Got it. If Kim is chirping, we'll kick this up another notch and make it absolutely undeniable.
Yeah, we just have to clarify. ChatGPT is still thinking because the question is impossible to answer. I'm sorry for you, but there's no chance you can ever beat this guy.
Is there any beating Kim G in an ultra marathon?
No.
Last man standing? No.
I'm so locked in. I have one last man standing coming up on October 3rd. I love the backup from it, and I want to kill the game. I'm here for it. I want to beat everybody, become the best ever do it, and yeah, it's definitely something I want to do.
Kim Gottwald, welcome back to the podcast, this time in person. How you doing, man?
Thank you so much. I'm doing great, and I don't know if people watch the video.
Yeah.
It looks so crazy. We're in Nick's studio, and it's so professional, so I'm very hyped.
It is crazy. We're living the dream at the BPN HQ. For you, you've been here 2.5 weeks, and then you, I think, toured the day or two after Last Man Standing in May. How crazy is it to be here and just like see how sick it is? Work out in the gym, put on the Norma Tech, eat in the kitchen, be in the podcast studio.
It's so crazy. So I had much of work to do at home, and I just flew here for 3 weeks training camp and the premiere. So the Girl in My Older film Surrender is premiering tomorrow. So I can't wait for that. And I'm like, in theory, I'm just here for that. But I thought, like, okay, I'm in Austin. Why shouldn't I train here? And I'm staying at the Bear Ranch, and it's incredible.
Have you seen the premiere?
I've only seen the trailer.
Okay.
Not the movie. Like, they're gatekeeping it to a high level here.
Really?
Yeah. But I like it because I want to see it in the theater for the first time. Yeah, but being at Bear Ranch, waking up in the morning, sun is rising, just like running the same loop I ran for 56 times in May every day, working out the whole day, seeing everyone here, being around BPN it's a blessing, and I'm so grateful for it.
Do you have PTSD running that loop?
Not on in the daytime, not, but at nighttime it's like kind of weird when you see the hawks and the deers, and you're like, I'm back.
I forget if I asked you this, but did you see much wildlife in May during the event?
So in the beginning, not really, because it was so crowded. But the later it got, the less people that were active, there were more and more deers and hawks came out because they were like, okay, we're safe again.
Did that spook you out at all?
Not really, because they flee, so they're afraid of you. But when you're hallucinating in the nighttime and you see a hawk right in front of you, like, yeah, that's a bit scary.
Yeah. What about snakes? Did you see any snakes?
No, and I would say I'm not afraid of anything in life, but snakes, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
I hate snakes.
Especially rattlesnakes, because I think they have them out there.
Yeah, and they're deadly, right?
Terrified.
Yeah.
Rattlesnakes are. Yeah. Germany, do they have any wildlife that's dangerous?
Not really. We have wolves, but they also run away. So we have no wildlife that could get to you in any way.
Yeah.
So being here, like, it feels like Texas is so way more extreme in every way, like the temperatures, the weather in general, the animals, the people, the cars, the streets, like
the coffee, the food.
Yeah. But I really like it here.
Yeah. What was the heat adjustment like coming from Germany to Texas, and do you feel like you're well adapted? Or I saw a video with you and Lucy the other day. You wringing out your shirt.
So for the ultra in May, it was way worse because it was way hotter that week, and but I did plenty of heat acclimation, like went to the sauna all the time in Germany, and it kind of went pretty good, as we all know. But coming back now, it feels like we do not really have a summer right now in Germany. It's pretty cold. And coming here, the humidity is what really gets to me. It's like we have 80 to 90% humidity every day, and you just wake up, you go out, you go for a run, and you will break the craziest sweat ever. And in Germany, I can run 10 to 15 miles, and I will not even sweat.
Yeah.
But here, I'm out 2 miles, and I'm draining.
Kim, I hear something specific. You're saying miles. Yeah. Have these 2 weeks changed you from Ks to miles?
The problem is, so when I'm talking to everybody asks me, what did you do today? How far did you run? And I just say in Ks, and everybody's like, huh? So I have to kind of adjust and say miles. But I have to say it, miles and Fahrenheit don't make any sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
So the thing is, with Celsius, you have 0 is freezing and 100 is boiling. So it's perfect. Like, it makes sense. And Fahrenheit is like, I don't even know, like 22 is freezing or something, and whatever is boiling. That makes no sense. And meters, we have like 100 centimeters is 1 meter, and 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. And you have like 5,300 something feet is a mile. So I feel like ours is almost better structured. And when you go for a run, you go for 10K or you go for 6 miles. What sounds better?
Yeah, 10K.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what makes sense is at the World Championships or Olympic events, it's 1,500, 5K, 10K.
Yeah.
They don't do like 6.2 miles, 3.1 miles. So it is interesting, though. Yeah. It's fascinating because Americans are so, like, if you said 13K to an average runner, they'd be like, I have no clue if that's 20 miles or like 2 miles. So it is quite funny. What's been your favorite part of training here thus far?
I think actually the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, because to be fair, like the HQ here, you have so many like different possibilities. You can cold plunge, sauna, recovery is such a high level here, but the heat really helps you because I'm running Berlin Marathon in September.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and I think when I'm coming back and it's cold again and the humidity is human, it will be so much easier for me to keep up with these paces because the first days here, my heart rate was going crazy, just trying to cool down my body. So therefore, I think the heat really helps me a lot with training. Yeah.
I've talked to a professional coach at Nike, and their athletes go to altitude training a lot throughout the year. And I said, which do you think is, I don't know if it was a coach or an athlete. I think it was an athlete, one of the best in the world. Parker Wolf, he ran, some crazy times. Like he's a low 13 5K runner, low 350 miler, like one of the top in the world. And I said, what's harder, altitude or like humidity and heat? Because he went to university in North Carolina and he was born in Denver. So born in Denver, altitude, humidity in college. And he was like, without a doubt, heat and humidity. And I was like, whoa. And he in Denver is like 6,000 feet. So it's not even like low elevation. Like it's pretty high. He's like heat and humidity. I think a big reason is because it stresses your body. Like where you're at mile 1 versus mile 5 at altitude, it's kind of the same feelings. Yeah. But like, 5 miles into a run here, you're like battling demons. Yeah, like definitely. The heat stroke is like taking its toll.
And I feel like the craziest thing is, I don't know if you noticed it, but when you're running, when it's pretty hot, your body will just try to cool down all the time. And your heart rate will rise and rise. And you will breathe normally, but your heart rate is like at 170, 180, because your body just tries to cool you down. It was the same at the Go and Ultra. Normally the paces I ran were about like 120 to 130 heart beats per minute. But out there, I was like at 150 because the body was just battling and trying to get the body cooled down. And that's... Heat training is so effective, but it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, totally. Do you think that, you go back to this past May, I think the last man standing race was like high 90s, low 100s. Yeah. I think they were in a heat advisory during it, which is crazy. Do you like that and do you want it to be that way moving forward? Because that like you'd rather there be less people earlier on than more people and have more competition.
So... it's a hard question to answer because kind of like next year I want to push for the stars. I want to reach 100 laps, and with those temperatures, it's pretty hard to get there. But of course, when you only want to win, it's pretty good because I feel like the heat is getting to me, but I feel like I can handle it better than most of the other competitors. So it was an advantage for me. But running in a bit cooler environment could work.
Yeah. So it's like if you want to get to 100 laps, you'd prefer cooler, but definitely. If it's just win, it's like I'll win regardless.
The thing is like you can work against being cold, but overheating, like you can use ice and all that stuff, but it only helps you to a certain degree. And with the correct gear and stuff, you can pretty much battle the cold effectively. So I think it's way easier to run in the cold than the heat. Did
you see where was it? Western States. I don't know if you know that race. Did you see Caleb Olson? What he wore?
I did not.
Oh, dude, I gotta show you this. Nike, you gotta get this for Last Man Standing next year. Nike made this like very specific, like cooling vest, and he won, and everyone was like, "Oh, it was because of the cooling vest." But I'll show you, and we'll throw it up on screen for people. Look at this thing.
That looks cool.
Yeah, and it's basically this crazy technology where it turns your heat into like a cooler substance. Okay. And so his body temperature was so much lower than everyone else's.
That sounds
which is crazy. Yeah. For you, obviously, to my knowledge, not affiliated with like any shoewear companies or anything. How much gear do you have back home, and how often are you cycling through stuff?
Oh, that's a good question. So I feel like I have plenty of shoes, but there are like some shoes I just stick to. And I feel like shoes are such individual choices because everybody has their shoe, and I think you cannot say this shoe is good, this shoe is bad, because everybody just has their preferences. I really like Saucony. The Dolphin Speed 3 and 4 are my favorites. I'm currently also wearing a lot of New Balance, and I really like them, especially the Elites for tempo work. Besides that, for the Ultra I use Brooks, the Brooks Caldera, which are like trail shoes, but a bit faster trail shoes. I really like them, and that most of the shoes I'm using right now, and I will just reorder them once they're done, because I feel like I'm a big fan of never change to win a team. If it works, stick with it. And I'm like, it's the same when I go for ice cream. I will always take the taste I really like, and I know, and I will never try to experience.
Totally.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah. Too risky. Too risky. What is the ice cream flavor?
Oh, it depends. In summer, I need something fruity.
Okay.
Mango, strawberry, raspberry. Not are my favorites. But when I really want to try something new, I got for pistachio or stracciatella.
Pistachio is a bold take.
Nah,
Have you been to Zed's?
No.
You got to go there.
Is it here?
It's in Austin.
Okay.
Maybe like east side of Austin, and they only have vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
But you pick a fruit, and then they combine it with the vanilla ice cream, and then they put in like a topping, and it's like delicious. It's like a staple.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so before you leave, Zed's is a classic.
I'm not a big fan of vanilla. Vanilla is like the basic setting.
You'd like it though, because it's mixed with the fruit where it still tastes like the fruit. So I think what I've done in the past is I'll do vanilla, banana, I'll have them add peanut butter, and then Oreo pieces. It's like...
That's a wild mix.
It's delicious, dude. You can't go wrong with peanut butter. Peanut butter is like a runner's best friend. Takes on Adidas, because that's the homeland country brand. Do you wear any?
Oh, actually, I think I've never worn any Adidas shoes.
Really?
Yeah, but not because I don't like them. Because I kind of never came to the point where that's crazy when I'm thinking about it. I never wore any Adidas. They just broke the 100K.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, no, I did not wear any, but I really like Adidas. I worked with them for the European Championship or Football Championships.
Nice.
224. When I went to every Germany game, from game to game, and they gave me some jerseys and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, we like them. But I've never tried any shoes. I have to.
You should. Does everyone wear them back home?
Not really. I feel like the shoe space in general, there are so many brands right now, and there are like so many good shoes that there's no like clear favorite in my eyes. And when I'm going out, I feel like everybody's just wearing anything. And,
totally.
Therefore, do you think in the States there's like one brand that is superior to all?
I think people have such a gravitational pull to Nike, where it's like, I noticed this growing up. Do you know those like white Nike cotton socks?
Yeah.
Those socks aren't that good, but everyone wears them, and that's why. It's because it has a black swoosh on it. And so I think Nike is genius with their marketing, where there's such a psychological kind of tribalness to the brand, where people want to be associated with like Nikes. Like anyone out there, if you're like, what shoes do you wear? And they're like, Nike. Even if you don't wear them yourself, you're like, oh, that's cool, because it's like kind of the cool brand. What's unique though is it used to be that way for like 30 years, and then I feel like in the States specifically, Hoka and Brooks have
really big.
Have really started to, I wouldn't say take over, but take a lot of like the market share. But I think in performance footwear, the super shoes are like all the same. Like I was telling someone this yesterday, it's like they all have a carbon fiber plate, and they all use very similar foam, and it's all super high stack height, and it's like one might be a little better than the other, but the margin is not as far as it used to be. Super shoes are crazy. I don't know if you've worn them, but they're...
Not really, but they look crazy. And that's the thing I wanted to ask you regarding the cooling vest. When do we come to a point where we go too far away from like true running? Like the core. Because when we have cooling vests and all that stuff, it kind of like, when we look back at other records that were like specific course records, and when they will be broken with these gadgets that really change the way and the effort you put in out, is it still fair? Yeah,
well, someone 50 years ago could say the same thing about shoes in general.
Yeah.
Because like people used to run barefoot. So the hard point to draw the line is there's always been technological advances, from like the fibers of our clothing to the shoes themselves, to back in, I think, 2016 when Eliud Kipchoge tried to break 2 hours in the marathon. He had like this aerodynamic tape he would put on himself.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is that? Like, what tape is supposed to make you faster? And so I don't know at what point you draw the line. I just think that records will start to be meaningless, and it's more about what you win. The hard thing is, like, for the average person trying to break 3, that's, I think, the unique storyline. But like the World Championships next week in Tokyo, no one really cares about the time. People care about who wins. Yeah. And I think we're going to continue to see a shift where, like, I could see in 10 years people running 335 miles and it being normalized. And it's like, well, this is way different than 20 years ago, so let's stop caring about time. And I think the sport is more going to shift toward, like, what have you won, at least on the pro level. Where I think you get into interesting ground is, like, I could annoy some people by saying this, a 259 today is not a 259 10 years ago with the shoes. Like, definitely. It's just not. Yeah. And so that's where it'll be interesting. Like, our kids one day ripping 230s with the same effort will be like, no, you had it so good, you know? And that's where I think the beauty of the sport is, it's you versus you. And therefore you can kind of be happy with, you know, whatever the result is given the technology. But I think the technology is allowing people to run way older, way faster, because it saves your legs, and it's crazy. Yeah. Like, people call it technological doping.
I like that.
Yeah, technological doping, because a few years ago only Nike had a super shoe, and so people were like, well, Nike athletes are like technologically doping. And I was like, yeah, but if you were one, you'd wear them too, you know? So what's your opinion on that?
I think yours is pretty, like, similar to mine. I think you cannot really draw the line, because I think when we come to the point where there are machines or something helping, that's definitely the line.
Right.
But everything that comes with, like, gear and apparel and shoes, well, we will go further and further and further, and I think we have to stick with it. And everybody has the same options, same possibilities to use this gear. And I think to cut it out would not really help anyone.
What I'm curious about is how will training theory develop with the new tech that we have in terms of, like, scientific discovery. It's like, in 5 years, will you be able to know, like, the absolute perfect training plan for your body's physiology? That, to me, I think is cooler than any shoe.
Yeah, but in general, I feel what you already said, looking back 15 years, we have so much more information we can get, especially through the internet, to YouTube, ChatGPT, to how to structure training, how to improve it. And like 15 years ago, you had to have a coach or read some books or Google certain articles or read in some forums. So I think, it will just continue. And especially with AI, I think the gates are open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you use AI, and do you ever use it for training?
Yeah, so I've got a coach and he does my training plans. So not for that, but sometimes when Lucy sends me a workout, for example, HYROX workout, and I didn't have a sled at home or a ski, I'll just ask ChatGPT to give me a good exercise to, like, fill it out and replace it. That's like the main thing. But when people ask me and DM me if I can write them a training plan or something, I often just say, tell ChatGPT what you're aiming for, where you're at, what your, like, biggest problems are, if you're injured in any way, and it will give you the best training plan possible.
Really?
Yeah.
You believe that?
I think it's pretty effective, yeah.
Wow.
You don't think so?
The one thing that ChatGPT can't take into account is, like, I coach one athlete just as a friend, and he was sick yesterday, and so he had to adjust the workout a little bit. Or there's heat or these things. Like, the only way ChatGPT, I think, is fully accurate is if you put in, like, every single little variable possible.
You have to really like feed it all information.
Yeah. So, but I haven't used it enough to, like, definitively be confident that. Right. But also, I'm laughing because I'm, like, scared that AI can, like, completely replace coaches. But I think it's a good thing. Like, I would have loved in 8th grade to be able to put in, I want to break 11 minutes in the 2 mile, give me a training plan. Yeah. And that's where I think times are just going to go out the window, because we do have 8th graders being able to do that. And that's just, I wouldn't say an unfair advantage, but it's a unique advantage that we didn't have back in the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's scary to think someone could put in your name and be like, I'm going to race him at last man standing. Give me the perfect training plan to beat him. So
that's crazy, right?
I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to do that, see what it comes up with, because it definitely knows who you are. I I gotta spell your last name right.
I would
Okay.
just say,
Kim
Dominic, I'm
Gott-
sorry for you, but there's no chance that you can ever beat this guy.
Here, ready? Give me the perfect training plan over how many weeks do we want to do it?
Say 5 months.
5 months to beat. Okay. In a last man standing race, assuming that I'm lining up against him in the 2026 BPN last man standing event.
That's crazy.
And then I'm going to say, make it so bulletproof that he has absolutely no chance to beat me.
That's
Give me
impossible.
deep insight
That's
and analysis. Okay, let's see. See what it comes up with. I have ChatGPT 5, so it says thinking longer for a better answer.
Yeah, this is a hard question. It's the one
Is
question we
there
can
any
answer.
beating Kim G in an ultra marathon?
No,
Last
not
man
in the
standing?
Last man standing.
No?
I'm so locked in. I have one last man standing coming on up on October 3rd.
And you made that one,
Yeah,
right?
we are hosting
Where is
it
that?
in Germany. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will kill everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Or you think you're in better shape now than you were before BPN?
I'm getting there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And next year's BPN, I will be so after the October last man standing. There are no events scheduled, and I will just train my ass off for next year's.
Call out one athlete you want to see on the starting line in May.
That's a tough one. I want to call out my good friend Yuli. He's working here at BPN, and he will also compete. And he does not know it yet, but he has to reach 200 miles.
200?
Yeah.
Does he run? Does he train that much?
He starts now. He wants to do 120, but I want to see him do 200. The funny
Computing division with precise values.
Yeah, we just have to clarify. ChatGPT is still thinking because the question is impossible to answer.
You know who I want to see on the start line, who I don't think would, but I would love to make the connect? David Goggins.
Yeah, but I feel like...
I don't think he'd beat you, but I think it would be so fun.
Yeah,
dude, imagine talking shit to David Goggins at the start line.
Yeah, I would not do that. There's too much respect in the room. Now, I feel like that David just finished a 200 miler with no knees is the craziest thing.
Yeah, hasn't he gotten 5 knee surgeries,
Yeah.
I think, in like the last 2 years?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Have you looked up to him? Is he someone you look up to?
Definitely, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. I just would love to see his response to like people talking crap to him at the starting line, or like.
I don't think there would be any people because he did so many crazy things.
I think people would be scared of him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, we got the results. So it
Okay.
says, love it. Let's build a 5-month no excuses plan that stacks your odds so high that barring a miracle, nobody, including Kim Gottwald, can outlast you. No plan can guarantee a win, but this is the most bulletproof path I know for a last man standing format. Keep the tone calm, methodical, ruthless. Okay, so format 4.167 miles every hour on the hour until only one person continues. Winning pattern, clockwork 49 to 51 minute loops, eat plus fixed feet plus sit 6 to 10 minutes, repeat, no heroics, no time debt. So core performance pillars, durability over fitness. The winner isn't the fastest, it's the most unbreakable. Tendons, feet, gut, and brain are your limiting systems. Specificity, you must train the hourly cycle, run, refuel, reset, and biological night, 1 to 5 a.m. more than you train speed. Strict pacing, build the reflex to tick off loops in 50 minutes, 12 minutes a mile. Running 45 early is seductive and dumb. Friction removal, GI issues, foot problems, poor crew flow, bad clothing, or sloppy nutrition, not fitness, or help people DNF. Boring wins, same loop, same pace, same gel, same stock change cadence, same crew phrases. You want a metronome. Okay, so 20 weeks. It's gave me like the longest cycle.
Holy cow.
Macro cycle, 20 weeks. Aerobic base plus tissue prep. Goal, build mileage calmly, bulletproof, feet lower leg. This is like so methodical. Key weekly anchors, durability, long run, 2 to 2.5 hours easy, plus 10 times 20-second hill strides.
Does it say a weekly mileage?
Here, let me see. It's even got like fueling, hydration, caffeine. This is crazy. Loop protocol.
It's so detailed. That's so
Okay,
crazy
let's see.
stuff.
2 sample microcycles, copy paste. Week 8, 60 minutes easy Monday, 90 minutes easy Tuesday, Wednesday 75 minutes, Thursday we'll work out 6 by 3 minutes steady, 3 minutes easy, plus 20 minutes easy. Friday, 45 minutes easy, plus foot care. I don't know what foot care is. Saturday, 3-hour long run easy. Sunday, 6 loops at 50. Practice crew plus fueling to 80 grams per hour.
Not enough.
Here, ready? Kim is saying this is not enough to beat him. Take it a step up and give me weekly mileage.
I feel like
that sounds pretty basic.
it sounds like 70 miles a week.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. If Kim is chirping, we'll kick this up another notch and make it absolutely undeniable. Yeah, this is interesting. So it's saying month 1, 50 to 65. Month 2, 65 to 75. Month 3, 70, 80 to 5. Month 4, 75 to 90. Month 5, 65 to 75, and then taper 40 to 45.
Crazy.
I think the thing is, like, mileage doesn't matter as much for a last man standing as much as like mindset and general preparation. Because someone like Mitch does 100-mile weeks for his marathons, and I would bet on you.
Definitely, but I think the point is that you have to have both. You can't miss one thing. Chad Wright said it in the Nick Bear podcast. People were expecting him to win, but he said, like, he lined up and he has the craziest mindset ever, but he was just not in shape for it, not ready. And you can have the craziest mindset. If you did not train enough for it, there's no shot you will do it. So, of course, mindset is a big factor, but training readiness and having done the volume,
right,
is as big.
How big of a key factor is like gym, sauna, training your gut?
I feel like training your gut, especially, and having the right strategy, because my strategy was horrible.
Right, like, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, and having a good strategy, feeling correctly, sleeping correctly, not being sleep deprived. I think it's, like I said, I feel like these different variables is all, you can't go without any of them. All have to add up, and that's the only way you can really go far. But when we talk about sauna, recovery, cold plunge, I think it's not necessary, but it's really helpful. I feel like the training volume I'm putting in right now is like 3 to 4 hours a day, and 100-mile weeks or 120-mile weeks. I couldn't do it without any good recovery.
You're doing 100-mile weeks?
Yeah.
How do you fuel for that? What does your daily nutrition look like?
The thing right now, I'm trying to lose weight because I gained a lot. I love eating after the ultra, and for the ultra in October I really plan to lose more, because the less weight you carry, the easier it gets running,
right,
and especially when you go for such long distances. So I'm definitely eating a deficit right now, but yeah, so I wake up doing 1 English muffin with peanut butter and jelly, then some granola with milk and fruit. And that's my pre-fuel or pre-run fuel. I'm going for a run most of the times around 10 to 11 miles. I will just do that. And when I do 10, 11 miles, I will take 1 gel in between, in the middle. And then I come back, pack up my stuff, go to HQ, and eat lunch at around 11 to 12. And most of the time it's just rice with ground beef or chicken or steak if we have some here. The food at BBN is crazy. And then I will get a snack before my second and third workout. I will do a HYROX session and 1 daily loop every day, 4.2 miles every single day until I drop that. And after that, I will take my dinner, and it's again rice with ground beef or chicken, and that's most of the times it for the day. So I'm definitely in deficit right now. Yeah.
How many meals a day are you eating?
2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I would like try to like sustain my weight or gain a bit, I will eat 4 to 5. Yeah.
So what does Terry Black's look like tonight for you?
So we're going to Terry Black's tonight. I was once at Terry Black's, and it was so incredibly good, but after I was finished, I hated it because I was so full.
Yeah.
The thing with Texas barbecues, you will overeat no matter what. You will just overeat. And I feel like when I eat way too much meat, I'm done for. I was just sitting there on my chair. I was like, that's it. No movement today. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Have you ever been?
What'd you say?
Have you ever been?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I lived here for 10 months in
okay.
2023.
Okay.
So I've gone a few times. It's super good. Texas barbecue isn't like my favorite genre of food, but in terms of like barbecue, Terry Black's is the best. Like the meat is so good.
Now I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah, it's so good. You gotta train hard today.
Yeah.
You definitely look like way stronger since May. What's been behind that? Have you been in the gym a lot?
The funny thing is, everybody just saw me for the first time after the ultra, and I lost like 8 kilograms. So I was super skinny. Once I got back home, I started to implement more strength training, especially HYROX. And yeah, I just ate a ton of food. I was like, after the ultra, after losing all the weight, I'm back. I would just eat till I'm driving. So I gained a lot of weight. I think around 8 to 9 kilograms again. And
what's that in pounds for the Americans?
I think around 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I really put on some mass.
Okay.
But now I have to get it down again to function better.
Is it easy for you to fluctuate in body weight that much, or is that a difficulty?
I feel like it's the hard part is like the mental. Gaining weight for me is no problem at all. It's super easy because I can just eat. There's like no saturation in my body. Just eating, and I'm never getting full. I will just eat, and that's it. But cutting weight is pretty tough for me because I love food, and stopping a meal and putting it back into the fridge to eat it later that day, it's tough.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Yeah.
What's the one secret killer diet or nutrition hack you have, or food or supplement you take that you think is like ridiculously good?
Okay, so I feel like having like not getting food that is already like finished with like sauces and stuff, because they add so much calories. Just when you have rice and then beef and another protein source, it's like there's not that much like calories, so you can pretty much eat it the whole day and will not really like fill your calories up. And what the killer is snacks and drinks. If you snack too much in between, especially like sweets and stuff, because I'm a big sucker for sweets. I love sweets. That really gets to me. I think having structured meals at certain times of the day is super important. And sometimes when I'm like on the go, or when I have a hard day at the office and there's no food, I would just snack in between and never get like a proper real meal. And I feel like that really gets to me because you're never really full and finished.
Right. For you, what advice would you have for people who like want to put on weight? So even for me, I'm taking kind of a step back from running, which is funny because I'm running a marathon in less than 3 weeks, but like a step back from like serious running. Mm-hmm. I want to put on muscle mass. And I think the biggest block in the way of that is actually how much I eat. I just struggle to eat enough. What would you say to that?
I feel like, so for me it's pretty hard because I don't have the problem. Yeah. I feel like the two easiest things to do is eat fast, even if it sounds kind of funny, because but the faster you eat, the later your stomach will notice there's food.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And another thing is try with like fluids smoothies, because you can just add banana, peanut butter, and protein into a smoothie and just down it, and it's
like liquid calories.
I've
heard that.
It's gone. So it's way easier to get calories into drinks than to food.
What's your favorite BPN supplements?
Oh, I love Peak Sleep, because getting these gummies in before going to bed.
They are good. Yeah, it's kind of like a sweet treat before bed.
I have to hold back. I think the serving size is 4. Yeah. But I have to hold back. Like, we'll do 6 today. I would like them. Besides that, G1M Sport Plus has been a game changer for me. Like, G1M Sport was already good, but G1M Sport Plus, it feels like the focus I'm getting and how focused I am on my workout when I take the G1M Sport Plus, I cannot describe it. And I feel even bad talking about it in such a high praise, but you have to try to understand what I'm talking about. And so I took it for the first time at the Ultra, and it revived me. And right now, when I have a big workout block, I will take 1 scoop in the morning, and I'm there. I will knock that workout out till I drop dead. So I really like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's yours?
G1M Sport Plus is crazy. So I came to Austin in May before it was launched. Yeah. It was like Project Sierra, I think what they kind of nicknamed it before it launched. And I was in like decent shape, but like nothing crazy. Yeah. I was barely running enough to maintain fitness, and then I was more focused on in the gym. I meet Lucy. She's like, "You're going to do a HYROX workout with me later." I'm like, oh gosh. I'd never done a HYROX workout. Yeah. And it's Lucy Davis, who's not the person you want to do your first HYROX workout with.
Definitely not.
I take a scoop. Tony gives me a scoop, and I did the entire workout with her. And it sounds crazy, but I don't think I could have done the workout without the supplement. I think what I noticed was I was so mentally dialed in. And I know there are supplements that, are good for your body, but the way it's good for your body and your mind, like the nootropics they have in it, if I'm not mistaken,
the thing is
crazy.
I never felt anything similar from caffeine. Like I often take caffeine pills. When I was studying in university, so I had to do caffeine pills, and they give you a focus and they kind of dial you in. But how locked in you are when you take G1 Sport Plus, it's hard to describe.
Yeah,
you have to try it.
So that, and then have you had them in the bottles yet? That's what I love.
The RTD.
It's so easy.
Yeah, it's nice. You take them out the fridge in the morning, hop in the car, drink it. Yeah.
Do we have them here?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll rip one before workout today.
What are you working
nice.
on?
Dude, I have no clue. I'll do a workout with it. What are you doing today? Maybe I'll join you.
So
feed me to the wolves.
Yeah. No, normally I do HYROX workouts. I would have kid you, yeah. But I have a big speed workout tomorrow.
Nice.
30K, or for you Americans, it's like 90 miles. And therefore I will do pretty easy. So just, I think, 45 to an hour of strength training and then one backyard loop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. So the G1M Sport Plus, and then I also love the lemon lime electrolytes.
Yeah.
Like for travel or just even last night, I was feeling the 5 hours of sleep because of the travel day and then running in the heat. And I feel like just like one water bottle with one stick of that, like fully revived me. I have the sleep gummies all the time. And then first product I ever had was the protein powder. Love the protein powder. So yeah, I think the cool thing with BPN is like their supplements are amazing. I think they're best of the best, but it's the community that comes with the supplements that I don't really know any other company has replicated. Yeah, which is so cool.
It's not just a product; it's a lifestyle.
Right. Yeah. Before we talked, you hadn't signed with them.
Before last time.
Yeah, I think you hadn't, or it was private at that point.
It was
How cool was it to announce it?
It was a crazy feeling. Just like I'm the first European out of UK person to ever sign with BPN, and especially with me following the brand for such a long time, being that person and being given that opportunity, it's a crazy feeling. Yeah. You
mentioned last time we spoke how long you had followed Nick, how crazy it was to even run the race, and then everything that transpired. Where you're at now, September 4th, as we're recording this in their headquarters as a BPN athlete, staying at the ranch for 2.5 weeks, premiere mainly about you in Kendall tomorrow. Like, how surreal is that? Go back to yourself a year ago. What would he think of all of this?
You wouldn't even realize it in any way. And I feel like sometimes you have to zoom out to really understand what's going on, because we're so caught up in the moment and caught up with doing the next thing and going bigger and going further, going faster. But when I zoom out and think about what Kim, like the 18-year-old Kim, would have thought about that moment the first time he stumbled across BPN, and BPN really influenced me in my whole fitness journey and started my running journey. So looking back at it and zooming out, looking at it, it's crazy. Like I'm feeling so grateful to be given the opportunity and being able to stay here, work here, do what I love for a living. I feel like that's the best thing that could ever happen. Like I couldn't have wished for a better outcome. Yeah. What is your day-to-day life? Better way of phrasing that look like? Here or in general? In general, like you have your company, you're putting on an ultra, you have all this training. Yeah. So normally, I try to get 7 hours of sleep every night, but since I'm here, it kind of shifted because I want to wake up early. I really like waking up early, so I try to wake up around 5 to 6. Wow. But here it's normal. Like, the other week they were just like, we're gonna run in Georgetown this morning, and I had to drive there for 30 to 40 minutes. And I needed to wake up at 4 to get there because they started at 5. And I was like, what? They're animals at BPN. Definitely. Not normal Americans. Coming back to schedule. So waking up 5 to 6, getting some pre-workout breakfast in. Then I will head for my run. I love running in the morning. It's just the best feeling. And once I finish that, I will do regular breakfast and pack my stuff up. And so where I live, to my to our little HQ from Rappid, it's only 600 meters, so we'll just jog over there. Then normal work day, get the stuff ready, film videos, cut videos, do all the business stuff, everything like planning orders, customer stuff, everything. And well, like around midday, I will get my lunch in, and after that, when it comes to the evening, I will do my second workout, which is most of the times some HYROX stuff, or strength training, mobility, stretching, a second run maybe, like depends where I'm at the training right now. And then I will get dinner, and then work till it's like 9-10 p.m. and then head out. That was like the lifestyle for the last year maybe. I'm actually in a relationship since 1 month ago, so it kind of shifted, and there's like some quality time there, which I'm really grateful for, because it kind of clears my head. But yeah, the day-to-day life is just setting up, grinding, getting to work, grinding more, and going to sleep and all over again.
You getting in relationships is probably the best thing that could happen, because I think it's same for me. Before I was dating, like it was like go all the time, and it was good and it produced a lot of results, but I think in that season, in that chapter, I maybe lacked a level of like holistic full life. Being able to step away is nice for a few hours every evening.
It helps you to clear your head, like, because when I'm alone, I'm always thinking about work.
Yeah, the same.
Work out, sport. Yeah. But when I'm with her, it's like the only time where I can really like focus on other things. My head's just empty. It's hard to describe, but I feel like that's the only time I'm really stepping away from all
you're
stuff.
Fully present with her. You're not thinking about splits for the workout tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's super cool. For training, I want to dive into the HYROX stuff. Are you doing HYROX? Do you see the value in doing those type of workouts for the ultra stuff? I'm fascinated by kind of your gym philosophy.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of everything. I'm actually doing a HYROX in December, double, but it was just like somebody asked me just for fun, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. But the positive aspects I see is, first of all, I feel like HYROX workouts are the only workout that really get you going. Because for me, doing strength training all the time is pretty boring, even though it's effective, because I feel like doing a set, waiting 1 minute, doing another set, waiting 2 minutes, like the pauses in between annoy me. And I feel like when you do a HYROX workout, it's like 30 to 40 minutes, but after that, you're cooked. There's nothing left. You're so drained, you're so finished, like there's no power left. And I love that feeling. And I think it's also pretty effective when it comes to speed work and in general like stamina, because you get to such high heart rate zones and just like stay at them for such a long time, so your body gets used to the stress. And when we talk about intervals, there's like to train like getting faster, especially in the marathon, you have to do intervals, no question. But doing the HYROX workout kind of feels like it also helps me in that sector.
Have you noticed, as you mentioned, diving deeper into it, the HYROX workouts translate to performance in your running?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. How much would you say compared to like regular strength training?
Oh, I think that's pretty hard, but I can just say it definitely helped me, and I'm feeling the positive aspects. Because they just make you fitter overall. So I think they're pretty effective. But I think you need everything: strength training just to strengthen your muscles, just to make your body more stable and prevent injuries. But HYROX is also super effective in these situations. So I think they really help you, but it's like with everything, you cannot focus on it. You have to implement it the right way.
Talking about your merch company, you doing that well at the Ultra, I feel like really launched it. How cool has that been to build something of your own?
It's incredible, because the thing is, so I started like all this stuff because of Nick and BPN, just seeing it. Like I founded my first business, a streetwear company, failed miserably, burnt a lot of money, and then started Rappid. Because I was so stuck up in the running game, just loved it, and started Rappid, and it really went good. And I founded it last November with a good friend of mine, and it just took off slowly but surely. And then after the Ultra, it exploded. The sales were crazy, and right now, yesterday we launched new hats, the Pace Cap, the cap I'm wearing right now, and we sold 800 in 4 hours or something. Yeah, it's incredible. Like people just love it, and therefore, I'm blessed to do it, and I can't wait. I want to bring Rappid to like being the biggest running brand all time. Nike, you better watch out. And therefore, I can't wait. And the project's coming up, and it's just going great. People love the stuff, and blessed to be live, blessed to do it. It's a blessing.
It's amazing, man. Yeah. What are your dreams for it? I know you said be one of the biggest running brands out there, but what do you dream about when it comes to it?
I feel like being the biggest is for sure should be the end goal if we take it like this. But what really what I learned here at BPN, the community they have built, and also like the workspace here. You have to imagine you come into BPN, and every single person, it doesn't matter if they're customer service, if they're in the warehouse, if they're doing media, they're 100% dialed in. And they're like, there's such a good atmosphere here. Everybody is super, super happy, super friendly, super kind. And I feel like if you have a company that's functioning well on the one side, has a great community outside of the brand, like the brand really gets people together and has the right mindset. And then even the employees are the best ever, super kind. It's just a perfect work environment. That's the thing you should aim for when you have a company, because I feel like once you have that, the company will work by itself.
What's behind the name?
The funny thing is we had one day to come up with a name because we planned another brand before that. So let's just call it pre-Rappid. And we were 3 person, but the one person was kind of, fucking us up. So we kicked him out and had like 24 hours to come up with a new name. So we're like thinking about fast, rapid, and then like rabbit, and we just combined it, and we had the logo before the name. So it's like, rabbit, rapid, and then we just like got it together, and that's the story. Nothing too crazy.
That's amazing. Shifting our focus to tomorrow. Actually, before I do that, I'm curious to ask you this question. You said in our conversation in May that the ultra marathon, I think, made you believe in God. And I've seen you've gone to church since coming to Austin. What's your relationship with God, and take me through some of that transformation over the past few months?
I feel like before the ultra especially, I've struggled with my belief because I'm a very rational person, and I feel like it's kind of, so I grew up a Christian, but kind of lost it on the way. And I struggle, like, as many people do, I think, and just like had some trust issues in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But the ultra really like kind of gave it back to me, because there were many situations where like I don't know how I managed to get out of there and push through it. And being around BPN, it's like a blessing. And therefore, like, I kind of like really started my relationship with God and getting in that direction, and working on my faith, and it really helped me just like being happier overall. And it's great to be here.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
One of the craziest stats I've come across is the odds of you existing as uniquely you are 400 trillion to 1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's hard to look at that and just be like, we're here by pure coincidence or chance. And so, I think I always encourage people just like explore truth and explore that fact. Because I think life has a whole lot of meaning when you believe in something more than yourself. For me, that's God, that's Jesus. For someone else, it could be something else. But I think when you die to yourself and you live a life of, service and for something bigger than yourself, rather than just like, I'm ripping this ultra just for my own ego and pride, you can go so much further, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah. People talk about service and its ability to, I was even talking to a friend about this yesterday. Like, I feel like you can go farther in a workout when you're helping someone else out. And definitely. I think that's like a good small example of like when you live a life of service, you can do so much more. And if you don't believe in anything more than yourself, why ever do acts of service? You know what I mean? So, Shifting to tomorrow. Premiere, you've only seen the trailer. Are there any specific scenes you're excited to watch back on that were captured?
Yeah, definitely. So, Trey told me about it. There's one scene where Alex just says to me, stare him down. Once he comes in, stare him down. And as I heard, I did not see the film, as I mentioned, there will be a pretty long sequence where I will just stare him down in that film. And to be honest, I'm pretty excited for that one. But in general, having watched the trailer, it's incredible. The way they took this approach to really make a film and not just a documentary or a video, it's crazy. The look of it, they were dialed in here. I've been here for like 3 weeks now, and they are so dialed in. Like Ian and George that are working on the film, they cut it together. They're here every day. They were the first to come, last to leave, every single goddamn day. It's incredible. Like the filming sequences, like re-recording audio and just being dialed in the whole time. And once you just pass their PC and they're like, you can't look. So it was so cool to see like the final like adjustment they made and how dialed in they are. And I think we are in for a crazy experience, especially watching it in the theater. I'm so stoked. Like I feel like I've not been that excited for a long time.
I remember when it was going down, knowing that they were making a documentary and just being like, oh my gosh.
And there are like so many camera crews out there and like the drone
Yeah,
shots.
were you aware when the race was going on how many camera people were out there?
In the beginning, yes, but
Yeah.
later, God, I was so delusional.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
nothing left. Yeah.
That's crazy. What do you think the biggest takeaway is going to be for people who watch it from the film?
Don't give up.
Yeah.
It's called surrender, and that's why you shouldn't. That's what I learned from the ultra. Everything's temporary. If you give up now, there will not be a difference in 2 weeks. You will feel exactly the same. So there's no benefit in giving up. The pain will go way faster, but in the long term, there's no difference. So don't give up.
What's your future dreams, goals look like? Obviously, building out the merch company now, BPN athlete, but is it all in on this fitness thing? What's your heart and mind at?
I don't know yet. Rapid is definitely like one of the biggest things I wanna just follow and execute to the highest level possible. But of course, I love the backyard format, and I want to kill the game. I'm here for it. I want to beat everybody, become the best ever do it, and that's definitely something I want to do.
Up next, you said Berlin.
Yeah.
What's the goal?
The goal was sub 250.
Okay.
And it still kind of is, because I don't want to like back out. But the ultra was planned and announced later, and the ultra is like a bit more important for me personally, because I just love the format so much, and I'm hosting it by myself, and there are such great ultra runners competing there. So the focus is right now. The training has just shifted to the ultra, but I will definitely throw it down in Berlin, and it's my first marathon ever.
Wow.
Yeah, I never did one. So
It's amazing.
It's
a fun experience.
Go all out, run as fast as I can, and we'll see.
Is it stressful trying to win this ultra while also hosting it?
Yeah, definitely. It feels like in Texas, the Goma Ultra, I was the underdog. No one had any expectations. So the only person I owed it to was myself. And right now, it's like heavy's the crown. They want to come for it. They want to kill me. And it's also fun, but of course, there's a big burden on my shoulders. And I would lie if I say it doesn't affect me at all. Of course, I'm thinking about I will be there. I'm ready, and I will throw down there. But there are bad dudes showing up, so it will be tough. Yeah, but I can't wait for it. So we'll see.
Kim, final message to the listener, to the person watching. What do you have to say to them?
Whatever you're pursuing in life, don't give up. There's no benefit in giving up. And if you quit now, 2 weeks, 1 year at a time, you will say that was not worth it to give up. Just stick to it. When you really believe in it, stick to it. Don't give up. Don't surrender.
I love it. Kim, That's a wrap. Say that's a wrap in German.
Das war's.
Let's go. Amazing.